Hi, Rosalia. How are you? Hi, Pamela. I don't think I've seen you guys here. Good morning, Vince. Where are you from? It's good night over here. I'm doing good, thank you. Ay, como chingas. I'm at my chiropractor. That's cool, Misael. Hey, girl, it's me, Erica Rodriguez. Hi. Hello, Carmen. How are you today? I'm good, Michelle. How are you? Oh, you're in Albuquerque. Starting my night shift. Watching you from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's cool. Hi, Rosalia. Leslie Gonzalez. Hi. I see a few I don't think I've spoken to on this chat before. I'm glad you're adding to our chat. I've been on for 2 minutes, Vera. Vera? So you're good. How long have I been on? What have you been on? What did I miss? What has been happening? I just got on. I don't think I've seen you in the chat either. Is this the first time you speak to me? We got 30 people in here. I'm great. Glad to see ya. Hope you had a great day. How's the boys? Am I speaking too low? Can you guys hear me well? Hi, Erica. I always miss your lives, but have seen a couple after they were already saved. Oh, thank you. Thank you for going back and watching. Lizbeth, hi. Good evening, watching from Maine. There's a lot of new people. Where are you guys coming from? I think actually one other time I came on your live for a bit and no, we could hear you. Okay. We can hear you perfect. Yes, we hear you well. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Ria. They better be hitting that like button. Your ears must have been ringing. I was thinking, where has the Jersey girl been hiding? I've been wanting to do a live, but I've been so tired lately. One, I think I've been eating a lot of crap. That's what I'm gonna put it. Crap. Like I haven't had Oreos in the longest, maybe like over a year or two, and I just bought a pack like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. Look at my nails. I'm a mess. And I ate the whole thing by myself. This is why I don't buy Oreos because I'll eat the whole thing by myself and then I feel guilty and I feel horrible about myself. I've been doing yoga. I did yoga like 5 days straight and then I was like, I'm tired. Last week I did yoga like every day. I have to get back on it. But I've been wanting to do a live and I'm just been pretty tired. Work has been stressful. Like my coworker needs to get back already. It's three of us in the office and now we're doing the work. Two of us are doing like the entire thing and like that one third person is so needed because it lifts off a lot of like from each of us. There's a lot on our plate with just two. We need that third person, but she comes back next Monday. It's been a month and that went by so quick. Can't believe it's almost August, but she should be coming soon and I'll be feeling less tired. I'm exhausted. From San Antonio. Hi, Christy Myers. I watch often but never comment. I'm from Pamela. Have you commented on the video? I feel like I've seen your name. Well, thanks for commenting now. We have missed you. Family of three. Hey, how you doing, Stacy? Hi, I'm doing good. I just sent my husband to the store for some cookies. I can't have cookies in my house. I'll eat all of them by myself. I'm a snacker. I can snack till there's nothing left. Oh my god, I ate some yesterday with cold milk. Gotta love dunking them. My friend, like, I went to the grocery store with her and she was like, I'm gonna get Oreos and they're gonna be she bought like the Java, I don't know, they taste like coffee. I'm not into anything really like coffee flavored, but those were so good. And I was just telling her how I don't buy Oreos because I'll eat the entire pack by myself. Tell me why 2 to 3 days later I go to the grocery store and I'm like, let me buy Oreo thins because they're less and I feel better about it. I ate the entire thing. I just finished it like an hour ago and I feel horrible about myself. It's okay to take a break. It is. I killed a whole batch of Oreo mint ones last week. They are fire. Hello from Barbados. Oh, so cool. My best friend and her husband, they're at Turks and Caicos. And then there's another couple. This kid I went to school with, he got married. And I saw his Instagram stories. He's also there at Turks and Caicos, and it looks so beautiful. It looks like Aruba. Beautiful water. Amazing. Everyone is traveling right now. Everyone on my feed is in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and the Caribbean. Love your new hair. Thank you, Christina. I'm in DC. I say a little, not much. How's the kids? They're doing good. They're sleeping. Well, Blake, I'll get to that in a second. How are you doing? Anything new? Yes, there's a few things. Yes, isn't it crazy how much worse you feel when eating junk food? I need to get back my healthier eating too. Yeah, I feel horrible when I'm eating junk food. It's definitely bad for your body. When you read the comment about send the husband to the store, I was wondering when you had time to get married. No, not me. Um, so Blake, right before my mom picked him up today, like 5 minutes before, I got called to the office. I got a call. I'm at the office. I got a call from a classroom, and they're like, "Can you bring ISIS for Blake?" Blake is non-stop. So he bumped himself, and he looks like Rocky right now. He's all red. Like no one was never, no one never hurt himself because he was like a very gentle and always like very everything he does is like with patience. Blake is like the complete opposite. It's like Hulk is coming in the building. He stomps when he walks around. He's very rough. The complete opposite. He has the biggest bump on his eye. I feel so bad for him. Maybe if I do a live this weekend, you guys will see him, but it's all red. And I'm lucky that their dad is not like an asshole who would complain about stuff because I know like my friend basically lost his daughter for like 3 months because the mom said that he hit her and that wasn't the case. Kids get hurt. She got hurt at a Chuck E. Cheese or something, and the mom blamed it on him. Things happen, especially when your kid is like that he just doesn't stop. Um, that happened today. He got his on Monday. He went to the allergist, and that was like, I felt so drained. I didn't take him, the dad took him. I feel like I should go back in my story. Let's start off with the dad. The dad came back to he sends me a text out of nowhere. I think this was last week, the beginning of last week, or maybe a week and a half ago. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming back to New Jersey tomorrow." This He came back like a few days before he said he was actually gonna come back. I'll get to your comments in a little. He came back to New Jersey, and I was like, "Cool, when are you gonna see them?" He came by the very next day. He saw them. Noah was super excited. Blake surprisingly wasn't like weirded off by him. Like the last time he saw him in May, he wanted nothing to do with him. But this time, like he actually played me. Um, so Noah was having dinner. Was that it? Yeah. He picked us up actually from my job because there was like a Cuban protest. There's a lot of Cubans, I think I mentioned before, and with everything that's happening in Cuba, they were all like rallying up, and it was a ton of people. So in the area where I go home through, it was just congested, and there was no way that I was going to be able to go through there with the kids. So he picked us up, brought us home. I get home and I'm like rushing to like make food. No, the food was already made. I was heating it up, and I still had my book bag on because I'm rushing. Blake is crying and I'm trying to feed these kids, and Blake is like hanging onto one leg, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, you see, this is not easy. I don't even have a chance to take off my book bag. So the food is all, it's heated up and everything, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna feed Noah and I'm gonna feed Blake. So then I grab their chairs. Noah sits with his dad. I grab Blake and sit him with me, and I go to give him a spoon, and he's like, I'm like, come on, I know you're hungry. This is why you were screaming, and this is the time you eat every single day. Let's eat. He looks at me, he stands up, grabs his chair, moves it in front of his dad, and he just sits there, and I'm like, try giving him his food. The second he goes like this to give it to him, he's like, he opens his mouth for him, and I was like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, fine, this is what you want to do? Goodbye. I literally told the dad, I'll be right back. My best friends who I just mentioned, they're in Turks. Um, he's in he's Cuban. So they were in that little protest rally that was going on. And I went to meet them up, and I was with them for like an hour. Then I come back home, and by the time I got home, my mom is here. She had no idea that the dad was coming back. Not back to my house, but she had no idea that he was even coming back to New Jersey. So when I open the door and she's here, she's like clearing things up for me in the kitchen, and I'm like, she must have thought like, oh, he's back in the house. Like, what's going on? What is she hiding from me? But she sees me. She's like, oh, I gotta go. She grabs her stuff and leaves. And he was in the bedroom with the boys, putting them to bed. So he comes out. They're already sleeping. We had a really long talk. I was like at first he was just sitting there, smiling, talking, like having small talk. And I'm like, look, we need to talk. And I feel like I kind of jumped at him. I was like, you need to watch the kids on this day. You need to watch them on my birthday, which is coming up. Like, I felt like I jumped on him, and I kind of like overwhelmed him. And the people who I've spoken to about this, they're like, no, like it's time for him to step up. But at the same time, I want him to step up, but I have to look at the entire picture. He's back in New Jersey. He doesn't have a place to live. He had a job lined up, but he was not feeling it. So he applied for another job, and he got it like the next day. Sorry. So I gotta realize like he needs to be stable. He needs his job. He needs money. He needs a place. And I told him so many times like you can stay here with the boys on your days with them, and I can leave and I do what I have to do. I go out with my friends. I do my errands. I do whatever I need to do, and you can be here with them. Um, but I feel like I kind of like I saw him and I'm like, you need to watch him this day and this day and this day. And he was like, wait, let's relax. Like, I don't even have a place to live. Um, but he's been coming lately. He's been coming around. So Monday he took Blake to the allergist. Oh, I'm so sorry. Monday he took Blake to the allergist and that was a mess. I was at work. The appointment was at 1:30. I got a call. No, I asked him like I called him at 7 in the morning. I'm like, remember, you have this appointment. Remember? He's like, I know, I know, I know. He gets here on time, like really early. The appointment wasn't too far from us, maybe like 25 minutes away. So I got a call at 1:44, and this girl, I didn't answer, not thinking that it was a doctor, the doctor's office, and they leave a voicemail. And they're like, hey, we're calling because Blake's appointment to the allergist has been canceled. He's not here, and you have a 15-minute grace period, and that's over. So the appointment is canceled. My heart dropped. Like, I waited over a month for this appointment. So the first thing I do is I call the office. No, I call him and I'm like, where are you? They're calling me that his appointment is canceled and we waited so long for this, and this can't be happening right now. Like I told you so many times about it. And he's like, what are you talking about? They weighed him and everything. Like, what are you even saying? We're in the office. And I'm like, what? Let me call them back. So then I call and this girl's on the phone and she's like, yeah, like he's not here. And I'm like, well, I'm on the phone with him. Like I'm on my cell phone and on my work phone. I'm like, they're telling me you're not there. And I'm like, at this point, I'm kind of yelling at her. I'm like, he's telling me he's there. What's going on? You're telling me he's not there. And then I hear her asking someone else, like, is Blake in the office? And they're like, no. So I'm like, where are you? Because they're telling me you're not there. I guess he figured it out. When you walk in, the pediatrics is on this side, and I guess down the hall is the allergist. He went into the wrong side. So then I guess 5 minutes later he goes over and I get a text from the girl who actually takes there was this girl at my job who would actually take care of them on nights when I would want to go out or do something. She would take care of them, and she's a teen. I think she's about to turn 19, but she used to work with me in the afternoons, and she used to take care of them whenever I needed her to. She used to babysit. She sends me a text and she's like, Carmen, Blake is in my doctor's office because she doesn't work with me anymore. And I'm like, what? Can you please help me? And then we figure out, she's like, are you the one who I was just speaking to on the phone? I'm like, yes, I was about to curse you out. And she's like, bitch. Like, that was like, thank God it was her because she was able to get him in. Like, she had told me before, like, her and the girl who was telling her, like, instructions because she just started working there, like, 3 weeks ago. So I'm guessing she doesn't have the hang of everything. So I can hear the other lady in the background telling her, like, the doctor's on a tight schedule. Her appointment is canceled. We can't do anything about it but reschedule her. And, like, when I heard that, I wanted to cry. I was so overwhelmed. And I felt so drained after that little experience. But she was able to help me out and get him in. The doctor saw him, and he's not allergic to anything. Not even milk, what I thought he was allergic to. They just said that he has severe eczema and his skin is extremely sensitive. So they gave him basically the same medicine, and I believe it's hydrocortisone or a little, basically the same medicine they gave him 3 months ago. A cream, and it's like a cough syrup looking thing. But they want him to go back in 2 months. They said if it's not better, then they want to give him steroid shots. And I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to like avoid all of that. But that's what happened with plague. And I can't come like once I was relaxed, I was like, I can't come down on him because he's trying. Like he came early, picked him up, took him to the doctors. He did that. Like I'm not gonna start badgering him now for that mistake. So that happened. But yeah, like we've been speaking, texting. He basically says he's been crashing at his friend's house. And today I was like, where are you staying? And he's like, I'm at a friend's house and I think I'm gonna leave at the end of the month because he needs his privacy. And I was like, yeah, like you can't be crashing at friend's house. Like I told him to speak to another friend who can help him out with maybe an apartment in his building. Oh, but he's being super stubborn. Like he doesn't. He's starting basically from the bottom, and he doesn't want help from nobody. His mom told him he can stay with her, and he doesn't want that. I think he would rather sleep in his car than to get help from anybody. And my mom is starting to feel so bad for him. She's like, when she went with him and Blake to the doctors, and she's like, I'm feeling so bad for him. And I'm like, you know what? Don't feel bad for him. He did this to himself. I kind of feel bad for him sometimes too, but he needs to figure out his life and start doing shit for himself. And eventually he'll be able to take the kids to his apartment. He has been coming around, which is nice for Noah because he's so happy. The other day he picked him up and he's like, Daddy's picking me up from school. And I was like, yeah, he was so excited, which makes me happy for Noah. As long as he's good, I'm good. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Let me look at your comments. Ooh. Hi from Australia, Layla. Hi, that's so cool. Oh, poor baby. I just can't listen to you, as you never seem to have an agenda. You wait for others to create your content. Just come up with an outline. Then don't listen, Maggie. You don't need to listen. I'm not here to be making content. I'm just here to be doing whatever the hell I want to do. Not trying to sound off rude, but people think I'm here to just entertain all of you. I'm just here to speak my mind. And if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. And maybe this is not it for you. And you don't have to watch. Hi, Tabitha. Good evening. What's happening? Hi, Rose. You know, Maggie, you can just leave. Why even bother to say anything? Exactly. If you don't like what you're hearing, seeing, I'm not going to sit somewhere and just watch or listen to something that's not interesting to me. Why bother? Another sad story. What happened? No sad stories. So, Maggie, what are you doing here? Maggie, that Jennifer, same. Maggie just wants to be entertained. Maggie, that's not true. There's no agenda, Maggie, Ryan. This is her time to talk to her YouTube friends. Leave the channel if you don't like it. I'm not here with an agenda. Like, I'm going to sit here and this is what I'm going to say and this is my content. Like, this is not my job. I'm just here to talk. We love Carmen and we love how she speaks with us. If you don't like it, get off. But just take him back till he gets on his feet again. What else? I'm not taking him back. He can get on his feet on his own. He did that to himself. Hi, Blink. Hi, guys. Team Carmen here. Hi. Lloydie. Yes, Team Carmen. Hi, Carmen. You look pretty. Have a good night. I'm at work. Bye. I feel like you're always busy, but thank you for always jumping in and saying something. I'm from Long Island, New York. Hey, Laura S. Coco. Hi. The boys need their pops. I hope he comes through for them. I hope so too. I really, really hope so. Like, he's speaking to me like he's really, really trying to get back on his feet. You go, girl, you tell her. Not your channel, Maggie. Hello, Carmen from Brownsville, Texas. That's right. I like your format. I love coming on to Chit Chat. I just got back from Mexico City. Carmen, is Blakey possibly allergic to metal? For example, snaps on his pants and shirts or sitting on metal benches. No, he doesn't sit on metal benches at all. And I never put jeans on him, so nothing has like buttons. He's always wearing like fresh, like I try to put clothes that's like light, shorts, so nothing ever has zippers or buttons on them. Always things that are easy to put on, take on and off. Agenda is not necessary. We're all just chatting. This is not my job. I'm just doing this for fun. And I like that I get to speak to people who constantly come on and I feel like I'm getting to know some of you as well. I'm not here to sit with an agenda, honestly. Take him back? No, he did that to himself. He will be fine. He will get it together. I think he will. He just needs to save up money to get an apartment. And then, like, little by little, he can get stuff started. He said he's coming back. I told him, like, the boys, Noah has been asking for you. And he told me, what did he say? I work every day from 10 a.m. to close until next Monday and Tuesday. So I can see them probably Sunday night the soonest. Because they go to sleep at 7. So there's no point of him even coming. And then the other night, Blake had like a horrible fever. We went to the beach. And that same night, we got home. No, 2 nights before, he had a fever. It was it wasn't too high. Then 2 days later, after coming back from the beach, I feel him and he's burning. So then I'm talking to him and I told him that and he slept over. He slept in the couch. But he was checking up on him. I knocked out immediately. But he was like, if anything happens, like, because I gave him Tylenol, that fever was not going down. 4 hours later, I gave him Tylenol again. It was not going down at all. He was boiling. So he slept over. He's like, if anything happens, I'm here. We can go in the car real quick to the hospital. But Blake woke up fine the next morning. And he was able to be with them for a little and give them breakfast. So it's nice that he's like taking initiative to be around them. Hopefully it continues. We'll see. Hey, glad all is starting to look up on his end. Did he ever find out about your channel? No, he did not. What's going on with your baby? He's fine. He just got a. Today I was mentioning how he has a big bruise on his face. He fell. Oh, I didn't even say he fell. Like he's all over the place. He does not ever stop. And he just fell and hit himself on the floor. It's not easy being a working mom. No, it's not. I like how you actually read our comments. I like you acknowledging me. Sandra, of course. That's great, Carmen. That's what happened to my son. I just put clear polish on the snaps, which did help. That's good. That's smart of you. He needs to get his shit together already for y'all boys. He does. What happened, Jennifer? What's going on, Jennifer Wagner? Michelle, like you. What did I miss? Hi, Marie. How are you? Um, Nothing. I was just mentioning how the boy's dad is around New Jersey again. He's in our area and he's trying to be around them a little more. The internet still amazes me that we can sit back and watch you and interact live. I know. Now I just have to figure out. I keep forgetting to look, but I have to figure out how to add you guys. Maybe we can chat one day live, like video. Add you to the live. It's cool. I like doing this. It's fun. People think that I'm like in need of money and I need to do this as a job. I don't. It's nice to be doing this, but this is not a job for me. I'm good. Yay, I'm happy for the babies. He better own up and keep it really. Oh, I can't see. And keep it really with the babies. No, you watched the game last night. I did. He will give him time. He will give him time. He is on a whole new journey after his big mistake. Takes time to rebuild a life. Absolutely. I feel like I jumped on him, like I mentioned before, because I haven't seen him since May. And I'm like, here, take some of the responsibility and help me out. But like I said, I have to look at the entire picture, and he's just not ready. And I sat here and I was like, look, what would happen to the boys if I just completely dropped my responsibility? Obviously, he knows that I would never do that. I know I would never do that. But I'm like, what would happen to them if I chose to just leave town and not even think about them? And he's like, I know, like, you've been doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of you. It's incredible. He says it all the time. Like, it's incredible what you've been able to do by yourself. Obviously, he says you have friends and family that will help you and be there for you, but basically, you're doing this completely on your own. And I'm like, yes, I am. And he's just like, he's thankful that I'm their mother and I'm doing so much for them. But I just need him to step it up. And he's been seeing them a lot lately and trying to, like I said, he took Blake to the doctor. Oh, I kept on reminding him like for like a whole week every single day, and there was one point when he was like, I know. You've been telling me over and over and over and over. And he's like, I know I have to take him to the doctor on Monday. I know. I already know the time. I already know everything. I'm like, I'm just making sure because you've been gone for so long and you ditched us before. Even when they've had doctor's appointments, there was one time he was supposed to take them to the doctor appointment. Last minute, he tells me he can't. So I had to go and I was late for work and it was frustrating. So I told him, I was like, you've left us before when you were supposed to take him to an appointment. And he's like, I know, but I'm not going to do that now. I was like, all right. Then if the fever doesn't go down, if you need to take them to the doctor or hospital, it was not going down. Like I was worried for for a ton of hours. But I was doing cold compresses and giving him Tylenol, giving him a lot of liquid. Eventually, like overnight, it went away and he was fine. Mm-mm. When the boys start to get a fever and Tylenol doesn't work, try placing a lukewarm wet towel on their heads to avoid any possible brain damage due to high fever. Yes, I kept doing that. I kept putting it over his head, on his neck. Even I was putting it in his armpits, and it was getting so warm, but thank God he was feeling so much better. Have to go put my kiddos to sleep. Nice to catch up. Hugs, Carmen, and everyone. Thank you for being here. Have a good night to you and your boys. It's hard when your babies are sick. Yeah. I love your live sessions. Will you do any vlogs? I don't think I'm doing vlogs. I'm tired and I'm not even doing lives lately. I don't think I can fit a vlog in here. I'm sorry. There's so many of you that want me to do vlogs, but I just can't. My job, like I mentioned before, doesn't allow me. I'm a mess. Help me. Look at my nails. And then people want to sit here and say, "Oh, she doesn't have money, but she have money for for nails." Where? I do them once a month, and people still bitch about it. Whatever. My money, my nails. I do whatever the hell I want to do. You can tell I'm so fed up. This is not the energy I like to have, but here I am. Nice to see you. Hope your children are doing well. Hang in there. Doing worry. There's a lot of people missing. Where's Chris? Where's Ray? There's a ton of people missing. Don't worry. Stupid spell check. Don't worry, Martha. Spell check gets me all the time. I sound so dumb. Like I'm always correcting myself and I tell my friends, I promise I know how to type and write things the right way, but spell check gets me all the time. Team Carmen can help with your glow up. Get them nails did, girl. I know I can't be looking like this. It's hot girl summer. Don't listen to stupid people. You do you. People that talk crap are just not happy in their own life. I will be praying for your family and your children's father. Don't worry. Trust in the Lord God Almighty. I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I just hope that things get better for him, because if they get better for him, they'll be better for the boys. If you don't listen to stupid people, it's silence. For real, it was hot girl summer at the park today. Summertime in Cali. You still look beautiful, Carmen, even though you're tired. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm tired. I ate crap. Cheer me up, guys. Um, Obviously, when I eat trash, I feel like when I eat trash, I feel like trash, and I need to get it together because I'm going to Miami soon, and I can't be eating crap. It's been so nice here. The weather has been nice, but it's been raining a lot. So much. And we went to the beach on Saturday. The boys had so much fun. Let me see. Mm. Oh, Noah looks so cute. Yeah. We were completely alone because we get there at like 12. I usually like to be at the beach at like 8 in the morning. I'm one of those people. I'll be at the beach at 8 in the morning so I can go home around 2 or 3 o'clock. My friend, on the other hand, takes forever to do everything. And now that she has a baby, things just take 2 to 3 hours longer. Like her family parties, like it usually says, be at the party by 7. She could be hosting the party and she'll show up late. Like everyone's there and she'll be like the last one. Or if we're going to someone else's house, same family, they're all late. They're always late. I tell them, like, it's you guys. I call them by their last name. Like, you guys are just always late for everything. They'll be like an invitation to something at 3 or 5 in the afternoon. Everyone shows up at like 8 or 9. It's crazy. So to go to the beach, I was like, let's be ready by 9 a.m. so we can leave early. And she's like, fine. She drops off her husband. She takes a car, gets to my house close to 11. No, like at 10. We don't get to the beach till like 12:30. And as soon as we get there, she sets up a tent, umbrella. We set everything up, and it starts raining. No, drizzling, but we hear thunder. And the lifeguards like basically kicks everybody out of the beach. And I'm like, great, like we just got here. And these guys that were sitting like not too far from us, they're like, you need help? And we're like, yes, please help us, because the storm was coming in. We thought storm, but the entire time it drizzled. So it drizzled for like half hour, and then it stopped, and I'm like, let's go back out. And we go back out, and the rest of the day was beautiful. But everybody left the beach, so it was basically us alone. But we had a fun time. It was nice. It wasn't too hot, but I feel like you can't see it now, but I was a little burned and it was so overcast. Don't change your live chat. Leave it the way it is. Don't listen to those who want you to change it. I wish I can do videos and like sit down and just do videos or do vlogs. Like I love watching vloggers and it takes a lot of time and dedication to sit there and edit videos and I'm just so tired and I'm not gonna push myself to make these videos. Um my last video got a copyright. I think it's from the little Instagram videos that I was showing of the boys because it had background music. I got a copyright on it. Meh. We like your raw and uncut lives, not staged, straight with no chaser. Yeah. I feel like my older videos, like my sit down ones, I would, not my lives, my regular videos, I would definitely like think about what I was going to do or say, everything that I would show. Like everything I would think about, and I would sit there, make a video for like 40 minutes to an hour. Then I would um immediately I would sit down and edit for like another hour or two. And then the video would process and it would take another hour. Like people think it's so easy. The whole process can take an entire day. And I don't really have time for that. I have two little ones and a full time job. I don't have time. I would love to, but I can't. I'm glad you got to go to the beach. Yeah. Have you guys seen the memes with Jeff Bezos? Because did he go? I think he went to space. Is he back? Like, what happened? I saw a meme that said, let me see. I think my friend sent it to me. Where is it? I'm in a group chat and we just send each other crap all the time. It says, hard to imagine a better divorce outcome than getting $50 billion and then your ex literally leaves the planet. She got custody of Earth. So he went to space. What's going on? I haven't been watching TV. I haven't been on anything lately. Hi, Carmen. How was your day today? It was okay. Just tired now. Get a film student to record you for free and start a YouTube show. Keeping up with Carmen. No, that'd be weird. I don't need anybody in my space. Hi, Oscar. Sup, Carmen. Hi. Where are you from, Oscar? I feel like I've seen you one other time on here. You're from Iowa. Hi. Hi, Carmen. How are the babies? They're doing well. Thank you for asking. Thank you guys for asking all the time. Oh, I'm getting so tired. But it's only 9:50. If I go to sleep now, I'll be up by 1 in the morning and then I won't be able to sleep. So I gotta push it. What is everyone up to? Is this what they mean when I don't have an agenda, when I just sit here like in space? I mean, I can't fake it. This is what I, this is me. It's our turn to entertain you, to keep you awake. My body clock is all messed up too. Why? I've been sleeping well. It's just I'm really tired today, and I know that if I go to sleep now, I'm just waking up. I'm gonna wake up later on at night and I'll be up all night. I can't do that. Then my sleep schedule will be all messed up. I know myself. Go, Chris, entertain me. What do you guys want to talk about? What's the new? What's new? Give me hot topics. Christy White. I don't think I've seen you here. Good night, Carmen. Got to go. My dog wants out. Have a blessed night. Night, everyone. Bye, Michelle. Have a good night. What time do you usually go to bed? Around 11:30. So good, you're all doing well. It's always a pleasure to see you. You always make it fun just by winging it. I literally wing it. I just get on and I'm like, let's go. Let's talk. I have really sensitive skin too. Like, I have bumps all over my skin. But poor Blakey, like, he's always scratching, scratching, scratching. My mom's calling me. Hello? Mm-hmm. 13. Um, mm-hmm. 15. Yep. ¿Qué pasó? Yo quería comprar otra. Tú te puedes llevar esa y yo vemos a ver, en uno de estos días vamos a Target o no sé a dónde a comprarme una. Ajá. No, ya no. Quiero una solo así de un color, no flores. Ujú. Pero esa te la puedes llevar en. Ajá. Okay. Bye. I'm doing really great today, Carmen. Just been working really hard at my job at Lowe's today. That's good. First time I watch your live. I'm in California. I usually don't open YouTube till later. But hey, hi, Christy. Thank you for joining. Thank you for chatting. I've seen so many new names on here today. It's nice. I'm glad you guys like are actually speaking. Because I know there's a lot of people that will watch and won't comment. I wish a lot of you would. How's your job doing, Carmen? I mentioned earlier it's been a little stressful since one of my coworkers is on vacation, but she's been gone for almost a month. She comes back next Monday. So everything will be so much smoother in the office because we're taking on a lot of work, just the two of us. And a ton of teachers are on vacation, so we're short staffed and it's been a little rough. But everything should be good by next week. Hi, unknown. I'm still waiting on the cheese mail that Argentinian. I'm invested. Girl, you missed a good live. You did. She already dished on Argentina. Go to the videos. You missed it. That was a good one. You did miss it. Floremi? Are you really happy that she is coming back from her vacation, Carmen? I am. I'm so happy. She's super sweet. We get along so well. I'm actually going with her to Miami. This is my boss. There's three of us, and she's like the head of the office, so she's super sweet. Can't wait for her to get back. She's like the life of the building because she's really loud and super loving. Everybody misses her. It's so quiet without her around. I am pissed off. I took the day off to wait for my new refrigerator from Lowe's. Never got here. Oh my god, I hear stories from Lowe's. My coworkers both told me how one of them during the pandemic she wound up with two refrigerators because one, Lowe's never got her refrigerator on the day that she needed it. She waited a few weeks, finally received it, and then the next day she had bought a second one because she wasn't receiving that first one. So she was like, whatever, I'll just buy another one. I really need a fridge and I'll just get my money back for the other one. She gets her fridge and like a few days later she gets the other one. So she was stuck with two refrigerators. And then they didn't want to take it back and give her money. It was like a mess. And then the other one, her mom's she has a sister who has a disability, so her mom can't really be going in and out to do laundry. So she had a washer dryer. It broke. Bought a whole thing from Lowe's and they delivered it, but they didn't want to take it up the stairs, and they couldn't do that themselves. So it was a mess. Lorraine, that's cute. I like that name. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna log off soon in like 10 minutes. So there's a lot of people missing on here who usually comment. I'm not complaining. There's a lot of new faces. Curing narcissism. Hi, how are you? Good evening, Carmen. Hi. Thank you. I've never met someone else with it. Neither have I. Have a good night. I'm gonna go hunt the video when you get off. Do it. What did I name it, Chris? Is it tea in Argentina? Spilling tea in Argentina? Something like that. Very well, thank you. I'm glad you're back. Glad to have you here. I really liked our conversation last time on our chat. Has their daddy come by to see the boys? He has a few times, which is good. It's something. He picked them up from school twice, and he's been with them 2 to 3 times. And he's been here for a week and a half. I'm going on a helicopter ride in like 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be going over New York City. Eee! I've lived right in front of that city my whole life, but to go on a helicopter and fly over it, I'm scared, but I'm excited. I'm more excited than anything. That's good to hear. Gonna order pizza and call it a night. Have a good night, Carmen, and the boys too. Thank you. Have a good night. And I also saw that there's kayaking at night on the Hudson where you can just go by the skyline. I looked into that and it's completely booked until September. And by September, I think it'll be way too cold for me to be in that water. Hi, glad I caught you live. Hi, Claudia. At least he is making an effort to be with your boys, Carmen. Yes. I'm appreciating the effort. I want more for them, like for him to take more initiative in being with them, but I'm taking things slow. Oh my God, ¿cómo está todo? I haven't been able to log in. Hi, Brenda. Everything is great. All right, Carmen, good night, and God bless and protect you and your family. You have a blessed, great rest of your week. You too. How fun will the ride be in the daytime or night? It'll be at 6 p.m., so that should be a good time. I don't know why, but hearing you talk is interesting. Feel like I'm chatting with a friend. Is that weird? I get that a lot. A lot. I get that from my videos. I get it in the comments, and then on the lives, a lot of people like later on I'll look at comments from my lives and I see a lot of people like saying it feels like I'm just chatting with a friend, and I love that because that's how I feel. That's why when people tell me like I don't like what Maggie said, I don't like listening to you because you don't really have content. I don't have an agenda. Like this is how I like to do it. What's a tip for co-parenting with someone you don't like? I really don't know because right now we don't hate each other. We can sit down together and speak like friends. It's not there's no animosity with each other, but before when we were just like butting heads, I could even speak to him. I don't know. It just depends on what space you two are in mentally and with each other. But the best thing to do is try to compromise in little ways and try to make things work, I guess. Like, I'm not the best at this. Obviously, I'm struggling because I'm doing it all right now. And the other person is not 100% there, but right now they're trying. But I feel like if we're both on the same page, we are on the same page right now, but he just needs to figure his stuff out. But if we're both on the same page, it's easier for the both of us and for the children. Awesome. Then we are long distance friends. Correction, sons more. I didn't see anything. That's really good to hear, Carmen. You were going on a helicopter ride around New York. That sounds like great fun. I think animosity comes when there is a third party in the mix, like when either parent has a partner. It shouldn't be that way, but it is most of the time. In my case, oh my god, I didn't even tell you guys. Look at my little baby hairs. He mentioned how they got into this big fight, and I think I mentioned this before, he's really into sneakers and Jordans, and he wouldn't wear them. Like, he would be that person to keep them in boxes and wear them on special occasions. He told me that she burned his shoes and a ton of clothes when they got into a fight. And I was like, I literally went like this. I was like, the bitch did what I should have done. And he started laughing. But apparently, like, she made his life hell towards the end. And the animosity between us was going on when he was with someone. And she was just controlling every little aspect of everything. And it also depends on that third party person. Like, if they're being an asshole towards the mother or the father of your child, then things are not going to be peaceful. Like, they should be able to respect that other person as well. Kind of well deserved. Sorry, but that's what when you think the grass is greener on the other side, you get burned or your shoes get burned. Oh my god, se dejaron al final. Brenda, you missed so much. When was the last time you were on? Sí, se dejaron como en abril. Mucho ha pasado. Yo he tenido ahí mis aventuras. Yo he tenido mis aventuras. Él se dejó con ellas, dejó el trabajo, se fue a otro estado por varios meses y acaba de regresar a querer arreglar cosas, no conmigo, pero con los niños. Está empezando desde cero. Damn, she burned his clothes and shoes. You seem so chill and easygoing. I know he feels like an idiot doing what he did. He has to. He tells me all the time how he regrets like treating me the way he did, going about everything the way he did. He's like, I didn't plan any of this. And I'm like, I know, like, hmm, how do I put this? I tell him all the time, I'm like, you're not perfect. You're human. You're human. You made a mistake. And my mom says it all the time too. Like, all these years, he was an amazing person to you and basically Noah because Blakey didn't spend time with him. But she tells me all the time, like, he was always an amazing person to you, to Noah, and he just made a massive mistake. And That's how I feel about it too. He was always, 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 always an amazing person, and he made a huge mistake, and now he has to live with those consequences. I think you are a very good friend. I enjoy communicating with you on your live stream when you're on. Thank you. How does it feel to have your aventuras after being with someone for so long? It's fun. I feel like I'm just like finding myself again. My aventuras. It's fun. It kind of sucks because I thought I was gonna be with someone for forever, basically, and it didn't work out that way. So some nights I'm like not sad, but I'll like find myself being like, damn, like it's so quiet. Even my mom was saying it yesterday, like she's like the house just feels so quiet and not how I used to feel. Like he was someone who was always joking around and she just says like how the house just feels really quiet. It's not as like loud and funny and just how it used to be. It's different. And she's like, you seem sad to me too. And I'm like, no, I'm not sad. It's just that as soon as I get home, I'm extremely tired and I have to keep going. And she only sees me for like half hour, an hour right after work. And that's when I'm like the most exhausted. So obviously she's going to think something is up with me. And I'm like, no, I'm just really tired. And I need like a second to just sit here and breathe. But I'm not going to lie, there'll be times when I'm like, damn, it's so, so quiet here. Bye, Felicia. I mean, Maggie. I guess you just caught up to that part of the live. You guys are funny. All right. Claudia, is this the first time you ask questions? It's always good to reflect. Yes, it is. It is. We're not perfect. I've made my mistakes. So, and he's always grateful. He's like, you've been so good to me. Like, even after everything I did to you, you're not a nightmare of an ex. I'm like, I don't win anything by torturing you. I even told him, like, do you want to sleep on the couch a few nights until you find somewhere to go? And he refuses to do so. Like, I'm just trying to have everything good for the boys. If he's okay, they're okay. No, sometimes you ignore me. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm usually watching you while I clean. Hmm. I don't think I've ever ignored you, Claudia. Thank you for finally joining the chat. Curing narcissism. I knew you were going to say something empathetic. Wow, ya ves, el karma le pegó. It really did. Karma did come back to him, and he says it all the time. I'm like, this is everything that I'm getting is karma. He's like, I deserve it. And I'm just sitting here like, hmm hmm now look at him, looking like a fool. I'm so glad you're good, and to hear he wants to make right with the babies. Damn, he really should thank God you're not a nightmare ex. He has it good. ¿Cómo le pegó el karma? Spill the tea, sis. Um, it doesn't make me happy that he's in this situation. It makes me sad. My mom feels sad for him, like she feels bad for him. It's sad that this is where he had to end up and he had to hit rock bottom to finally see how he fucked up. Nothing. He just lost his job, he lost his car, he lost his apartment. Now he says he's living with a friend for a little. He wants to leave by the end of the week because his friend needs his space. He started a new job on Saturday. So it's basically starting from zero. And he told me he wasn't in the right state of mind for like the past couple of months. And he's never been one to speak about his feelings and what he's like. I went to school for psych, and he's always been one to not speak much about his feelings. And now he's like opening more about his mental health, and he's really speaking up on how he's really feeling about things. And I'm like making him speak more too, because like I said, he sat here and I was like, look, we need to talk. We can't just act like nothing is happening. Like, let's talk. And I was able to have him talk. We spoke for like 2 or 3 hours. But I can tell that like mentally, he's like mentally exhausted. He's going through a lot. Like you can tell he's going through it really bad. I just remember the first video when you were so sad and crying, and I was like, oh my god, I need to see if she is okay, and I got hooked. Aw. I was so devastated, and it's about to be a year. Next month, it'll be a year. I can't believe it. Please tell me the ex got cheated on or something. I feel like he speaks like, and I kept telling him this. Like, I feel like you're speaking in like puzzles. Like, I have to puzzle everything he's saying because he doesn't spit out everything right away. He'll tell me little pieces, bits and pieces of things. Um, he says he just wanted to get away from her, so he left the job, he left the apartment. Like, she wouldn't leave him alone. She was like crazy. She burned his clothes, she burned his shoes over an argument. He says that that was his apartment and she would come over. That she would write letters saying how he's mentally unstable to be by himself, and even like look at what he did with his family who was mentally stable to even like abandon his kids. Um he would get like private phone calls all the time and people would hang up, and it was like a constant thing. Um His car, like his tires were always slashed. There was just a lot that kept going on, and he felt like he needed to get away. What else? There was something else. He said that he left that job in May, and he left the state around May, the beginning of May. And he says that like 2 or 3 weeks ago, he received a call from an ex coworker, and he was asking him like, "Hey, how are you doing? What are you up to? Is everything good?" And he was being like vague with his answers, and the person was like, well, I guess I'll let you go. Do you think I'm, because you're not really speaking to me, do you think I'm going to report back to her or something? Because she's still at the job, she didn't lose anything, she's still there. And he was like, "No, I'm just not like I don't really want to talk." And then he says that he heard her in the background asking the person like, "What is he up to?" And he just hung up. Um, he seems like very paranoid about things. He's like, I don't trust anybody around me. Like right now, I want to be by myself. He mentioned how in his job in Pennsylvania, like people would come up and talk to him, and females would come up to him, and he would like tell them like, I don't even want to entertain a friendship, even with guys. He's like, I don't even want to entertain a friendship right now. I'm trying to focus and be on my own, and it just seems like a little off to me. Like not like himself. He seems paranoid about a lot of things. Like he told me he doesn't want to be in certain areas where we live, like in certain malls, because he doesn't want to bump into her. It's just weird. But if that's what he has to do, I guess. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, Carmen, and I will keep on praying for you and your boys, Carmen. Talk to you in your next live. Bye, David. Took his old life for granted. Wow, that's crazy. The karma dropped on him like a ton of bricks. It did. This is healthy if he is opening up particularly being male. Aw. You're amazing, Carmen. I said it before. You have a great head on your shoulders. You've handled your situation so well. I've been here since I caught your first video after the breakup. Oh, Ria, thank you. That means a lot. You saw me in the beginning. I was a mess. His lover seemed highly narcissistic, possibly malignant narcissist. You have to draw him out, basically guiding him to speak his feelings. Yeah, because if not, he will just sit there quietly and just speak about other dumb things. And I'm like, no, like we have to cut to the chase, speak, tell me how you're feeling. Like even today, I was like, where are you sleeping? What are you eating? Like I told him, you're my kid's dad. You're the father of my children. I don't want to see you like in the dumps either. Like it's not okay. And yes, he did this to himself, but he's the dad of my kids. Like it's tough. I will never be able to take him back because that I just always think about how I felt when everything went down and I felt like he it's not that I felt I knew he just didn't give a shit about any of us or who he was hurting or what he was doing to our family. So I can never forget that. But as a human being, like I know we all make mistakes and I can't just kick him while he's down. Damn, she must have really traumatized him. I feel like she did. His lover would have trauma bonded him big time. Trauma bonded him. I've never heard of that. Why do you date bad people? I'm not dating anyone, B. Do you think he might try to move back in with you after leaving you with the babies? No. He even refuses to sleep over. He has a lot of pride. He refuses to sleep over his parents' house. Like they've offered him a space and he's just like, no. He told me the other day, he's like, my mom may ask if I'm sleeping over here. And I was like, well, I'm telling her you're not. You better figure it out what you're going to tell her. I be. You sound like you're 12. Don't start. Trust is broken. He sounds awfully selfish. Yeah. He probably doesn't feel worthy of sleeping on your couch after everything he did to you. Probably, and he's not. What happened with the waiter you met? You mean the bartender? Where, in Miami at the hotel? What waiter? I think this is the bartender at the hotel. I've been talking to him, like we talk every now and then. He'll send me pictures. Let me see if I have a picture. Oh, I think it was a video on Instagram and it's probably gone. We'll speak every now and then. He told me like if I had any special requests for my birthday that he can help me out. Yeah, I think it was but it was beautiful. He sent me a picture of the view and it was the ocean with the palm trees. Um, I'll be seeing him when I go to Miami because I'm staying in the same hotel, so he'll be around. Okay, B, you're getting annoying. If he won't sleep at his mom's, you know he is stubborn. He is stubborn. I'm like, your mom could be making you hot meals. You can have a warm bed, but you're choosing not to do that. So great. How are you rehabilitating the ex? Great how you are rehabilitating the ex in relation to rebuilding father boundaries while still retaining boundaries as singletons. Yes, the bartender. Sorry. It's okay. I'll be seeing him like in a few weeks. Nothing like that. Like he'll be at his job and I'll be there. I just feel like if he's on his feet, then the quicker he's on his feet, the quicker he'll be able to step it up a little more with the boys. Even at my age, my mom still loves to cook for me. His mom, he's the baby of his house. His mom will cook for him. I told him, your mom will cook for you, wash your clothes, do everything for you. But he just doesn't want to. Be gone, troll. Okay, guys, I'm leaving. I gotta take a shower. I have to go organize everything for tomorrow morning. It's really nice of you to feel sorry for him. After all, no one's perfect and he is human. You're a merciful person. You're a lovely person. Aw, that's so sweet. I try to not be so hard on people because I wouldn't want someone to be like, I've made mistakes and I don't want people to kick me while I'm down. Make sure your ex does not receive mixed messages from you as you rehabilitate him. I'm 100% trying to like remember that. Like every time I message him, every time I speak to him, I'm trying to keep that in the back of my mind. I really don't want him to get like mixed messages. They weren't talking to me, B. I think they were talking to you. He may be punishing himself because of his guilt. Like you said, he has too much pride. He will figure it out. He will be fine. He knows he has people on his side to help when he's ready. Um, he has so many people that are willing to help him. His parents, I'm even like willing to help as long as he's around the kids. Good night, Jersey. You know what? The guy from Miami, the bartender, calls me that. He's like, "Hi, Jersey." Good night, Chris. Good night, Callie. All right, guys. Now I'm off for real. I love talking to you guys. I feel like the conversation was just getting really good. But I have to go. I don't tell people on the internet to have kids with me. Don't pay attention. It's alright. Some people are just. Good night, family tree. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming on this live with me. It's always fun, even though we sometimes have a few people who are trying to be weird, but it's always fun. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Good night. Bye.